Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Julie Chrisley keeps fighting, appeals resentencing. Julie Chrisley has decided to keep fighting. She has appealed her resentencing. Fans know that Julie is going to keep fighting for her freedom until it happens. As well as her daughter, Savannah Chrisley. Everyone was shocked to hear the results of her resentencing. Keep reading to find out more about this. Julie Chrisley in federal prison. Julie Chrisley is currently spending time in federal prison. She and her husband, Todd Chrisley, were arrested for tax evasion and fraud. They were said to be hiding their earnings, so they did not have to pay taxes on them, as well as conspiring to take $30 million from local banks using fraudulent loans. However, it has been said that Julie did not know what she was signing, and it was mainly Todd's doing. Fans believe that this is true. If it isn't, then she may have gotten just as much time as Todd. However, the truth of her involvement is still unknown. She will continue to be on good behavior in prison. Julie has already received 70 certificates during her time there. She keeps fighting, appeals resentencing. Julie Chrisley is not going to go down without a fight. She has appealed her resentencing. When she went to her resentencing hearing, she was given the same amount of time as originally sentenced. However, her attorney thinks that happened due to her fame and the judge wanting to prove a point. Her family thought this as well. However, fans wondered if it was also due to her asking for so much at the time. She asked to attend via Zoom, get a 24-hour furlough, and wear street clothes, all of which were denied. Regardless, Julie is going to try and get less of a sentence. She got the original sentence in the first place because they calculated it wrong. The court admitted that they had calculated it as if she was fully in on the scheme. It seems that Julie was not okay with the response she got to her resentencing hearing. Fans do not blame her though. She received the same amount of time as originally given. This made people wonder why they even had a resentencing hearing. However, Savannah continues to fight for her parents' freedom and will not let them stay there without a fight. Julie Chrisley, once a pillar of strength on the hit reality show Chrisley Knows Best, now finds herself facing the most harrowing chapter of her life. In a turn of events that few saw coming, the matriarch of the Chrisley family has not only been convicted, but is also fighting for her freedom through the legal system. What makes Julie's situation particularly remarkable is her unwavering determination to appeal her sentencing, even as the walls seem to close in on her and her family. Julie and her husband, Todd Chrisley, were convicted in 2022 on charges of tax evasion and bank fraud. For years, they portrayed a life of opulence and charm on their reality show. But behind the scenes, prosecutors painted a very different picture. They accused the Chrisleys of manipulating financial records to inflate their net worth, securing loans they couldn't afford to pay back, and evading taxes on millions of dollars in earnings. The once beloved reality stars suddenly found themselves on the other side of fame, under the unflattering spotlight of a federal trial. Julie was sentenced to 7 years in federal prison, while Todd received a 12-year sentence. The couple has vehemently denied any wrongdoing, claiming they were victims of a corrupt system, unscrupulous business partners, and miscommunication. They've maintained that they were wrongfully targeted and that their wealth and celebrity status made them easy prey for prosecutors. Since her sentencing, Julie's life has shifted dramatically. Gone are the sprawling mansions, designer clothes, and carefully curated reality TV moments. In their place is the harsh reality of a federal prison. The transition from reality TV royalty to inmate has been jarring, to say the least. Julie has reportedly struggled to adapt to her new surroundings, which is hardly surprising given the lifestyle she once led. But despite the difficulties, she has remained resolute in her desire to fight her conviction. For Julie, the appeals process represents hope. It's not just a legal strategy, but a lifeline. She believes that the court made significant errors during her trial, and that if those errors are corrected, she could see a reduction in her sentence or, in a best-case scenario, a complete reversal of her conviction. While the chances of such an outcome are slim, that hasn't stopped Julie from pursuing every possible avenue to overturn her fate. Her legal team has been working tirelessly to build a case for resentencing. One of their primary arguments is that Julie was not the mastermind behind the financial scheme but was instead manipulated by others, including Todd and their former business partners. Her lawyers argue that Julie played a more passive role in the alleged crimes and should not have received such a harsh sentence. They also claim that the judge in her trial was biased and that key evidence that could have exonerated Julie was either ignored or improperly excluded. Julie's appeals process is not just about her individual case, but also a reflection of a broader theme in the American legal system: the fight for a fair and just sentence. Her lawyers are questioning the fairness of the justice system, particularly when it comes to high-profile defendants. They argue that the Chrisleys were made an example of because of their celebrity status, and that their sentencing was disproportionately harsh compared to others convicted of similar crimes. It's a story that resonates with many Americans who have long felt that the rich and famous are either treated too leniently or too harshly, depending on the whims of the legal system. As Julie fights for resentencing, she has also leaned on her faith and family. Known for her strong Christian beliefs, Julie has publicly stated that she believes God has a plan for her and that this trial, both literal and metaphorical, is part of that plan. She has found solace in prayer and has tried to maintain a positive outlook despite the overwhelming circumstances. Her children, Savannah, Chase, and Grayson, have been vocal in their support of their mother, often sharing posts on social media defending her innocence and asking for prayers. Their loyalty to their mother has been unwavering, even as their own lives have been upended by the trial and subsequent media frenzy. The Chrisley family has faced financial ruin in the wake of the trial. The lavish lifestyle they once flaunted on television has crumbled, with homes being sold off and business ventures dissolving. The family's reality show, once a hit on USA Network, was canceled following the trial, further compounding their financial struggles. Still, through it all, Julie remains determined. She is, in many ways, the glue that holds the family together, even from behind bars. The appeals process is slow, and Julie knows that her fight is far from over. Legal experts have warned that her chances of success are slim, given the severity of the charges and the extensive evidence presented during the trial. But Julie remains hopeful, refusing to give in to despair. She is determined to exhaust every possible legal option, convinced that justice will eventually prevail. In the court of public opinion, Julie's fight for resentencing has been polarizing. Some see her as a victim of a flawed legal system, a woman who has been unfairly targeted because of her wealth and fame. Others view her as a symbol of entitlement, someone who refuses to take responsibility for her actions and is using her privilege to delay the inevitable. Regardless of where public sentiment lies, Julie's fight is one that continues to capture headlines and spark debate. As the appeals process drags on, one thing is clear: Julie Chrisley is not giving up. She remains steadfast in her belief that her conviction was a mistake and that the truth will eventually come to light. For now, she waits, prays, and continues to fight. A mother, wife, and reality star turned inmate, determined to reclaim the life she once knew.